Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. We are live here in Prescott at the Otis Rodeo. I get to keep saying that because this is such a great rodeo to come to, 135 years. And I'm very nervous now as I just came on. I rarely get nervous, but this young lady right here is amazing because of her family. We're talking nearly 6 decades of providing support to rodeos. This is Kirsten Vold. Vold. I'm getting nervous because this is the boss lady now who has taken over the tradition that your family has carried on for a long time about support for the rodeo. We're looking at the livestock, and that's what your family has been doing, providing the livestock for these competitions, and it's amazing.
Yeah, we've been doing it. My dad started coming here, and I believe 73 was the very first year that he was here. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
And this is, I think, our 50th year, so it's been great. I haven't been here, contrary to popular belief, for all 50 years. I'd like to clarify that, but pretty close.
Yeah, well, we have pictures right here of you and your dad and how you guys have worked together and how he passed the baton to you. And that's because you grew up with this. You knew what goes on. And I think that's what's important about having you as the boss lady here, that you know what these riders need. You know what the cattle need. You know what the livestock needs. So, and that's so important, isn't it?
Well, it was easier for me probably the most because I was raised around it. So I learned it at a small age, and you get to learn it in bits and pieces. And so it was probably easier for the transition for me to be able to take over and follow in his footsteps a little bit because people were used to seeing me at the rodeos.
Yeah, and your support's amazing because you guys have pickup men, you have guys who move the cattle around, we move the horses around and everything, even to the point where this is how cool it is. I was like, hey, Kirsten, can we get some bulls up a little bit closer? She goes, all right. I'm not gonna get you one. You got 3 here, and she's moving them herself. But
I didn't. That's where it takes a team of people to put this on. Everybody helps everybody. I have a great crew. Dalton brought these bulls up for me. So yeah, no, it takes all of us. It's not one person by any means.
All right, let's talk about how this all works with the rodeo because again, you supply the bulls for the bull ride. Now, where do you get those bulls from? Are they bred? You go out and just kind of like find them out in the streets? What goes on?
That would be nice. I wish you could just swing over to Fry's and pick some up whenever you needed new ones. No, these animals are bred for this. Whether you're talking about bucking horses, talking about bulls, starting at a young age, they're bred for this. This is what they do. They're trained. They're athletes. You know, they eat properly, exercise. They do all the things just like normal human athletes would.
So okay, and then I gotta ask this. So when the horses, they get out in their buck and they take off and everything, but they're not out there that long. That's the thing about it.
Back for 8 seconds, and then the flank comes off, and they come back to their pen, and you'll not see a horse more than twice here in these 8 performances, and a lot of them will just show once. It's not a real rough life. We need to have a job where we work 8 seconds and get fed for the rest of the week. We can look into that, right?
I will definitely. All right, so let's ask how many of the cattle and how many of livestock, I guess I get to say. Is that what we call it?
Yep, the livestock, which includes the bucking horses, the bulls, the calves, the steers. We bring them all here. I lease some from various people that help bring it in. We have Championship Rodeo and 4L Diamond S Bucking Bulls, JK Rodeo. They're also stock on tractors that do what we do. They brought their best animals in this week. It takes everybody put together to really put on a show of this magnitude.
Okay, I'm gonna check or count here, but how many do you think you have here? Do you know?
You mean like horses, bulls, calves, and steers, the whole works? Oh, we'll have over 500 head of animals that'll be here at any given time throughout the time at the rodeo, between the cattle and the stuff coming in and going and everything like that.
That's amazing. Okay, my next question is I can't get into this week's competition, but I'm thinking about it because I remember like a long time ago I was supposed to ride Sunshine, and that was back almost 50 years ago. Don't get me into it.
We actually ironically have a bull named Sunshine. We could bring him in today.
Oh, well, that's so funny. But
next, you want to do that on the next commercial break?
Well, I really, me and Fu Manchu get along much better. So I don't know if but yeah, so this is great.
I just wanted to offer him to you,
Oh, I'm getting a hard wrap. Sorry, getting a hard wrap. That means I got to move on.
It's weird how that is.
Kirsten, thank you for joining us. I know you're very busy, and again, this family is so amazing, and you got to go read their history. The website to go to is the
VoldRodeo.com if you want to come learn more about us, or follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Vold Rodeo, Vold Pro Rodeo.
So there you go. All right, how cool is that? We're going to some of the way so you get to see which one's Sunshine. Is it
right there?
Right.
On
the next break in the shoot? Okay, we can put them in the shoot, sure. All right, come on back. We got more of the Arizona Daily Mix from the Otis Rodeo, thanks to Frontier Days.